Sorry. We're all ready? Great. Great audience. Fire speech. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. Clearly, this isn't what we were all expecting, but when in a pandemic, am I right? Bad joke. Okay. We like to thank Fordham for giving us the time today to share our presentation with you all. And even more, thank you all for coming. Although we aren't actually in a theater, we've decided that to make this the most normal it could be, please turn off your cell phones. Any photography or recording of this presentation is not permitted. We'll have one to share with you all once we finish. I think that's everything, right? Oh, wait. Due to the nature of this presentation, we thought it would be good to give some content warnings. Our presentation heavily relies on content relating to racial violence and discrimination. If you find yourself needing to leave the space, the exits are, well, you can just leave the meeting and come back if and when you're ready. Fire speech. Special announcements. Oh, okay. Special announcements. As a part of the Fordham Studio Fest, we'll be chatting a little bit about making our presentation later tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on studiofest.com, you can find more information about the cool other projects happening this week. Special announcements. Okay. Hello. Thank you for coming. Oh, I already did that. Welcome to our presentation. We have prepared a lecture to precede the presentation because we feel that you would benefit from some background information so as to give our presentation a greater amount of context. So the lecture's a lecture, but it's not a lecture. We made it fun-ish, sort of. Anyway, the lecture's duration should last approximately 5 minutes. It might be 10. I'm bad at time because, what's happening is the important thing. It doesn't matter when it happens or how long it happens for. It's that it's happening. Am I right? Okay. In this lecture. Wait, what?
Keep going.
Okay, so we forgot we'd write the part we'd agreed we'd write about the overview. So there's this thing that's like a lecture that's only sort of a lecture, and then we did this thing that's kind of like an overview, which is before the lecture and which is before the presentation. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah. I think I'm just gonna skip some of this stuff, because it doesn't actually say what we agreed that it should say, even though we went through a lot to figure out how to do this and introduce this properly. But this lecture introduction isn't what it's supposed to be. So this is what we're doing. Lecture, overview, presentation. Super fun, great. Skip. Helping me to present the lecture to you is our ensemble of actors. Ensemble of actors?
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
I am also kind of the artistic director of our ensemble. So, okay. In this presentation, which has already started, I know, I will be playing the part of Black women. I'm also Black in real life, which you might find confusing. Please try to think of it like this. Black woman is just the name of the character I'm playing. This actor will be referred to as Black man. This actor will be referred to as white man. This actor will be referred to as another Black man. This actor will be referred to as another white man. This actor will, well, actually, we haven't really explained you yet, and they won't get it, so just ignore her for now. Another white man, because this is true in real life and in this lecture and subsequent presentation. Now, without further ado, we present to you a lecture about Namibia. A lecture about Namibia, located in the southernmost section of the African continent. Namibia is bordered by Angola, Zambia, Botswana, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and the Atlantic Ocean. Or, you guys get it, blah, 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 and the Atlantic Ocean. Some other facts about Namibia. Namibia's official language is English.
Hello.
Namibia's recognized regional languages are Afrikaans,
Hello.
Oshiwambo,
Ongini.
and German.
Undog.
There is a reason for this, a historical reason. This is really what the lecture is about. An explanation for the recognized languages in Namibia. Let us begin with Oshiwambo.
Oshivambo.
Oshiwambo is spoken by a tribe called the Herero. The Herero?
The.
There. Oh.
Actually, Oshiwambo was originally spoken by the Ovambo people, but we aren't really talking about them at all, so the Herero.
The.
Her.
Air.
Oh.
Another of Namibia's languages is English.
English.
English is spoken in Namibia because the English expanded the colonial holdings during World War I.
World War One.
That is the reason why English is spoken in Namibia. The third of Namibia's languages is Afrikaans.
Afrikaans.
Afrikaans is spoken in Namibia because Afrikaans speakers needed to expand their ranches into Namibia, settling permanently around the turn of the 19th
That's
century.
1900.
Oh, fuck.
1800.
$1,800.
Around the turn of the 19th century, before Namibia became a German colony,
Südwestafrika.
which is the name of the colony in German,
Oshindawishi.
which is the name for Germany in Oshiwambo. Namibia became a German colony in 1884. It stopped being a German colony in 1915 when it was taken by the English.
During World War I.
One.
But between 1884 and 1915, when Namibia was,
Südwestafrika.
which is
When
when we are concentrating today, we have access to
Postcards.
Karte.
letters.
Document.
Ombapila.
a cache of letters from German troops stationed in German Southwest Africa between the years 1884 and 1915. But before we present the presentation of those letters, we have the overview, which we don't have an introduction for. So this is going to be the overview. Or should we say it?
Just keep going.
I think so.
Yeah, let's say it all together. An overview
Of German.
Southwest Africa.
Between the years.
1884.
In 1915.
1884.
Germany is in charge.
Sort of. All the tribes are actively not saying they hate us.
Hey, Germany, we ain't actively saying we hate you.
1885.
Agreements are reached with tribal leaders.
Germany is totally in charge.
Well, some of the tribal leaders.
1886.
Germany is like actually in charge.
Germany is telling other people that they're in charge.
Germany is like basically actually in charge.
1887.
The Germans are impressed by one tribe in particular, the Herero.
The
Her.
Air.
Oh.
The Herero.
so tall.
Muscular.
Germans put
The
Her.
Air.
Oh.
in charge of all the tribes.
Germans put the Herero in charge of all the tribes in German Southwest Africa.
Hooray!
1888.
The Herero are in charge.
Sort of.
1889.
Germans are kind of over the Herero.
Over the railroad.
So impudent and ungrateful.
So childish and unwashed.
1890.
The Germans put the Hottentots,
The Nama.
the Nama, in control. The Germans give a bunch of the Herero cattle to the Nama.
Herero cattle to the Nama.
Which, like, sucks.
Because the Herero love their cows.
Ooh, we do.
1891.
The Germans are sort of over the Nama.
Over the Nama.
1892.
The Germans put the Herero back in control and they give a bunch of the Nama cattle to the Herero.
Nama cattle to the Herero.
Which is sort of stealing.
But they were our cows to begin with.
1893.
The Nama fight the Herero.
The Herero fight the Nama.
The Germans take the cattle,
Take care of the cattle.
care for the cattle.
1894.
Tenuous
peace.
1895.
The Germans decide to build a railroad into the interior.
More resources for everyone.
1896.
We are building that railroad.
We are building that railroad.
We are building that railroad.
1897.
We are failing.
We are failing.
We are building that railroad.
1898.
We are really failing.
Not good.
We are building that railroad.
1899.
We are fucked.
So fucked.
We are building that fucking railroad.
1900.
German settlers are getting poorer and poorer.
Matter and matter. And the German government,
It's getting madder and poorer and poorer.
because of the fucking railroad.
We are building that fucking...
01.
Germany tinkers a little with the law.
If you were a German and a cow wanders onto your land,
It's yours.
you try to take a cow from a German and you aren't German.
You get hanged.
Problem solved.
1902.
Germany tinkers a little more with the law.
You are German and see land that doesn't belong to a German.
It's yours.
If you contest a German land claim and you aren't German.
You get hanged.
If you are German and you see cattle on the land you've just claimed.
The cattle are yours.
If you steal cattle from a German and you aren't German.
You get hanged.
1903.
The Nama rebel against German rule. It doesn't end well.
But it does end quickly.
1904.
The Herero rebel against German rule.
The Herero are taught a lesson.
The Herero are made examples of.
The general issues the extermination order.
1905.
The general issues the extermination order.
Germans imprison thousands of Herero in labor camps.
1906.
The general issues the extermination order.
The Germans force thousands of Herero into the desert.
1907.
The general issues the extermination order.
Germans erect a wall to keep them in the desert.
1908. The extermination order has been issued. The labor camps have closed. 80% of the Herero have been exterminated. Those that survived the camps were used as a source of unpaid labor by the German settlers. And in this way, the German regime continued. 1909, 1910, 1911, 1912, 1913, 1914, 1915. And then, and only then, do the English intervene.
World War I.
And there you have it, a history of German colonial rule in Namibia. We are proud to present
A presentation about the Herero of Namibia.
Formerly known as Southwest Africa.
From the German Südwestafrika.
Between the years.
1884 and 1915.
And what if we ended it right there?
What?
Wait, why?
Because I don't know if we actually need to read the letters.
Why not?
I think the overview might be enough.
But what about my song?
I thought the presentation was presenting the letters.
That's what we're doing, aren't we?
I don't think we should present the letters.
You always do this.
You what?
Oh, come on.
You always kind of take over.
I'm not taking over.
I want to read the letters.
Kind of taking over.
Thought that's what we're doing.
Have you read them?
I
Yes.
heard them.
Two.
All of them.
Yes.
Of them.
I don't think we should just stand there. And
Well, I've read the letters and I think that they're important to read.
Stand there.
Oh, this is your decision to make.
It's theater, you know? You don't just stand there.
Ensemble.
Well, it's a
We are an
presentation. It's
ensemble.
not theater.
And as a member of an ensemble,
But it's a presentation in a theater,
Right.
Right.
so it's theater.
Well, I don't know if it is.
You should absolutely express an opinion.
I know.
I don't know if it's theater just because it's in a theater.
And I have the right to express my opinion too, don't I?
What?
And
What I'm
He's not
saying.
asking like theoretically. He's actually asking.
Why are you asking her for permission to express an opinion?
Okay, but regardless, whatever it is that we're doing, I don't know why we're not reading the
I'm not
letters.
asking anybody for permission.
Well, not all of us are saying we're not reading the letters.
I'm saying that I think the letters are
What?
okay. I'm saying that I think the letters are all kind of the same.
Oh, but
Way.
they're by different people.
They're all soldiers.
Yeah, different soldiers.
They're all German soldiers, and I'm saying like dramatically, they're doing the same thing.
But I had to like pick them up
I think that they're
from
different.
the library.
Aren't that different?
But they're different
The
people.
weird part of the library.
Not different.
I just don't think we should present them.
I don't think so either.
Oh,
You just
come on, seriously?
read them.
I read some of them.
Letter after letter, soldier after
But
soldier.
they're the whole center of the piece. I just don't
Like, now-
understand why we wouldn't use them.
Every person is special. Can't we agree that every person is special?
If we aren't going to read the letters, what are we going to do?
I really think we should read the letters.
Fine. Okay. You want to read the letters? Let's read all of the letters right now, and then we can decide.
Great. Here.
Dear,
Read it.
He's reading it.
I don't know how to pronounce this,
Sarah.
but it's not an S. It's like
Read the letter.
Just say Sarah.
dear Sarah, dear Sarah, I miss you like the July sapling, Mrs. April rains, and I think, but
Seriously? Oh,
But I think that's kind of sweet.
do you see what I'm talking about?
No.
oh,
It's just so there's like no violence, there's no anger.
Oh, well, it's just the beginning of the letter.
Okay. Dear,
Just say it, Sarah.
I really don't think it's pronounced.
They're all the same. The names aren't important. Let's just say they all start Dear Sarah, okay?
Fine. All the women are Sarah.
But if it's
Just read it.
that doesn't.
Just read it.
Okay, God. Dear Sarah,
Oh my God. Wait. Can I be Sarah? Oh, I'm Sarah.
oh, okay,
I'm Sarah.
right, okay. Dear Sarah, once night has fallen, I look to the sky and think of you. The stars are beautiful.
Just like the other ones.
No, it's not.
Wait, okay, guys, listen to this. Dear Sarah,
I'm Sarah.
I know. Okay, dear Sarah, it has been so long since we've been apart, and I.
Blah blah love.
dear Sarah,
I'm Sarah.
tell me of our little.
Children, family, who cares?
Dear Sarah, the camp is not the same without.
Home, warmth, comfort. They're all the same.
Dear Sarah, we have been apart for so long, and I'm starting.
Distance, they're all the same.
No, they're not.
They're basically all the same.
Sure, basically, but they're not. They're all different.
Here we have a white man,
Guten Tag.
a young German soldier leaving the mining town of Zwickau for the first time, traveling for miles and miles,
Kilometers and kilometers.
traveling with thousands and thousands of fellow soldiers.
Guten Tag.
And they travel for weeks, over land, over sea, until finally they arrived at their new home,
Südwestafrika.
and they surveyed their new territory to the north,
The interior.
Der Innenraum.
Land and materials to be discovered and developed and exported.
to the south,
The pasture.
Die Wieder.
Prairie. Grasses as far as the eye can see. grazing lands for millions of cattle.
To the east.
The desert.
Freiwüste.
Kilometers and kilometers.
And miles.
Dry, hot, arid, barren.
Unforgiving and inhospitable.
The west.
The ocean.
Der Ozean.
The ocean.
And all of this
Südwestafrika.
is now considered Germany.
Deutschland.
And from this place that is so unfamiliar, that has been given the name of his home, our young German soldier
Guten Tag.
writes a letter to his young wife, Sarah,
Ah, Liebe.
who waits for him back in his familiar home, a home he may never see again.
Dear Sarah, today is the first of many days that I will spend away from you. I will travel far away today. I will mail this letter if I arrive. I will arrive, and I will mail this letter to you. I will think of you always, and I will be my best so that I will know that when I return, I will be the man you have imagined I will become.
Great. Wow. Really great. Moving on.
Wait, what?
What?
Well, I kind of need to process that.
Process what?
It's just, I sort of dove in, you know?
Okay.
And it's like, I knew that I found something, something real. But it's like, I'm not sure
I thought it
what.
was kind of sad.
Sad? Really?
Kind of. Don't worry, we'll find it in improv.
No, but I think he's being romantic.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's being romantic, and it's like he's reassuring her.
Oh, I see.
You get it?
Totally. Just a question?
Sure.
Why does she need to be reassured?
Why?
Yeah.
Isn't that kind of obvious?
I don't think it is, actually.
Well, it's like I thought since he was going to like this distant land and stuff that she would be worried about him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's just one idea.
Sure.
Like I know if someone that I loved was going off to maybe die, I'd be like worried,
Totally.
right?
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
But I'm just wondering why you're like assuming that she's the only one that needs to be reassured.
Oh, I'm not assuming
No,
anything.
you kind of are, I think.
Okay.
I'm just saying that maybe he should be worried.
Great. Well, thanks for the note. But
Okay.
I think I got it. I think I got
You know
it.
what? All I was trying to do is saying that your little reading didn't work for me. Okay. But that's all. I'm just one person. What did everybody else think?
I thought it was fun.
You did? Shut
I thought it was romantic
I thought so too.
and scared.
Ow!
Scared?
Yeah, like he was scared. He doesn't know what he's facing. He's going to this crazy place that is so different from where he grew up.
I
And
keep hearing that this guy's going to this place that is like so different. What I'm wondering is where he grew up. Like, what is this different place so different from?
that's a good point.
And it's like, okay, from what you guys have been talking about, it's like, I think I'm going to be the best friend, right? Since, you know, it seems like a decision has been made that he's the leading man.
Oh, I don't know that we've decided that.
No, it seems like you did decide it, and it seems pretty final, so it's fine. I'm just trying to get a sense of where I'm building my best friend character from. I'm pretty comfortable with the character part, obviously.
Yeah, you're so good at character roles.
I know I am. So, where did he grow up?
Germany.
No. Where? The streets, the quality of light, the smells, the city. Now, for my part, I know that I grew up in Cologne.
They pronounce it Cologne in German.
I thought we weren't doing accents.
We're not.
Because I can do a German accent. I have access to several regional accents in Germany, several dialects.
Accents.
I could do a great Edelweiss.
All I'm saying is that if he was from Cologne, wouldn't he call it Cologne? Why would he call it Cologne if he's
Because
from
he's not a
Cologne?
German. But he's basically
Every
But
morning.
you didn't know that Cologne was the right way to say Cologne.
Of course,
No
I knew
shame
that
in that.
Cologne is Cologne.
Well, I'm not sure that you knew that. I
Everybody knows that, but we aren't doing accents. I'm
sure
not doing
that you knew
German
Cologne is Cologne. But I know we're not doing accents. No, we're not doing accents because I can do a German accent. I can do an African accent. I can do an African accent. Wow.
Island dialect.
Bin ein Berliner.
Hey, shut up. Du weißt, say du weißt.
Are you finished?
Morning you greet me.
This isn't what this is about. It's about...
It's about touching something real.
Oh, like our horror of our capacity to casually inflict suffering?
Oh,
All right, so make it real. Let's go back to the letter. Take it from, I'll be my best when you're ready.
great. But
Yes?
I'd like to take it a little before that. Just because, well, it's like in the middle of
Great.
the...
Take it from wherever you need when you're ready.
Great. I will think of you always, and I will be my best, so that I will know that when I return, I will be the man you have imagined I will become.
Great. Okay, Sarah, what's going on with you?
He's not, I'm trying to be sad, but he's not giving me anything to work with.
But I think the letter is supposed to be romantic.
We're working with Sarah right now, white man.
Of course.
Now, Sarah,
Yes.
when I'm sad, I always end up thinking about the same thing. Do you have anything like that, Sarah?
Yeah, I think of my cat.
Your cat?
Yeah, he's dead.
That's sad.
Yeah, it is.
Great. Let's go into the cat.
Really?
Yes. White man, give us the end again.
I will think of you always, and I will be my best, so that I will know that when I return, I will be the man you have imagined I will become.
Sarah? Sarah? Okay, I think we might need to push that. Okay?
But I thought we were doing the whole cat bit.
Doing great. Okay, I want you to think of your cat as though it was still alive today.
But he couldn't be. He'd be like a gajillion years old.
Well, wouldn't you know it? The saddest thing I've ever seen was a really old cat.
Really?
Yup. It was horrible. It had arthritis. I could see its knotted, stiffened joints. Didn't move like a cat. Couldn't jump.
Aww.
It couldn't stalk.
Aww.
It could only eat shit and cry.
Oh no.
It was missing an eye.
Oh my god.
More than missing. One of its eyes was already dead, decomposing. And it would open its mouth to look at its decomposing eye and cry, "Feed me or kill me."
Oh my god.
And it would look me dead in the eye with its one good eye and watch it make yet another agonizing shuffle towards food or death. And it would gather its remaining strength to cry, "Feed me or kill me."
Oh god.
And I could do neither. Not show the cat kindness. Sad. It made me too sad. How do you feel, Sarah? How do you feel?
I feel so sad.
Great. Hold on to that. Let's do another letter.
Oh, do you have anything for me?
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Great.
Great. Here we have Black Man,
Ongini.
a Herero tribesman.
Air.
Oh.
Keeping watch over his cattle as they graze, as he has done his entire life, and as his father did before him, and as his grandfather did before him, and as his great-grandfather before him. Let us see if he will speak with us. Ogini, Herero man.
Ongini.
Wonderful. He is feeling sociable. Herero man, please tell us about yourself.
I am a Herero man. I am a herdsman.
Are cattle very valuable to you?
Why, yes. Yes, they are. Traditionally, the Herero find value in cattle, in land, and in fire.
In fire?
Yes, fire.
How interesting. Tell us more.
Each Herero family has a fire in their backyard. The Herero believe that this fire contains the souls of their ancestors. Because of this, they believe that that fire must be kept constantly burning, or else the ancestors will be destroyed.
Thank you for sharing your traditional belief system with us. And look, a second Herero man is approaching. Our German soldier
Guten Tag.
watches them interact.
Ongini.
Ongini.
They greet each other.
Ooh.
What a beautiful cow.
A compliment.
Our German soldier documents his discovery in a letter to Sarah.
Liebe.
Dear Sarah, I continue to be impressed by the members of one tribe in particular, the Herero. Not only are they tall and well-muscled, they are more sociable and sweet-tempered than I expected.
Stop. Okay, just stop.
What?
I don't know what I'm doing.
You're doing great.
But I don't know who I'm supposed to be or what I'm allowed to do.
Fine. Let's just go back to the letter and just be yourself.
No. Listen to me. I don't know what my character is doing.
Okay.
I don't know what my perspective is to what's happening. I don't know what my motivation is. I don't know what my active verb is. I don't know what my spine is supposed to be shaped like. I don't know what my me means.
Okay, Sarah.
My name is not Sarah.
Yes, it is.
No, it is not.
Your name is Sarah.
But I'm not. And I don't know how to do this right.
Listen to me.
Everything I say is somehow wrong. Like I'm not allowed to say anything or do anything and I don't even know
You're
what I'm
telling the story of the Herero genocide, okay?
But I don't know what the...
All right? Just listen to me. Your name is Sarah. You are a German woman.
I don't know how to do this.
Just listen to me and explore, okay?
Okay.
You grew up someplace remote, like Zwickau, and you moved south to Munich. You saw the Rhine for the first time, and the new people, and the new Strassen, and the new Strudelnecken. All so exciting, but still, you missed your family, your friends, your parents, your home.
Great.
Now, who are you?
I'm Sarah.
Right.
Well, hello, Sarah.
Hello.
Pleased to meet you, Sarah.
I am pleased to meet you. Pleased as punch.
What a delightful expression, Sarah.
Oh, I say it all the time.
Who do you say it to, Sarah?
I say pleased as punch to my children.
Oh, I don't think
She
that.
has two boys, two blonde little men.
Sarah?
There's Heiner and there's Leipzig. Ah, Leipzig! Liebe Leipzig! The boys at school are so mean to my liebe Leipzig. Until ein Tag, I take Leipzig by the shoulders and I look him in the eyes and I say to him, Leipzig, look at me, Leipzig!
Ah, Mama, the boys!
No, Leipzig, you listen to Mama. Find the grossest boy and give him one stomp.
Stomp!
Und den Drang.
Lang!
And the next day at kindergarten,
Sarah?
Leipzig walked up to the grossest boy
Hello, boy.
Hello, Leipzig!
and stomp
Oh!
and then drank.
Oh!
And the boy cried for his mother.
Oh!
Leipzig lived happily ever after.
Yeah!
Guys,
Da?
we established that Sarah doesn't have any children yet.
I have decided that I have my Leipzig.
But you can't.
Uh,
Only I know.
The letters we're reading about talk about wanting a
Shut up,
family,
you
not
just like
having
it.
one.
You can be Sarah without him.
I want my Leipzig.
But
Maybe you have lost children.
Liebe Leipzig?
No.
Lost children.
But
And they're dead. And you are longing for your husband to come back across the ocean and make more children.
I don't think that.
Across the sea.
Stakes are so high,
My husband.
right?
Yeah.
No, not just your husband, your future family.
My future.
Right.
Okay.
All Sarah wants to be is impregnated.
Yes.
All right.
To the north across the sea, I sit and wait for thee. Distant husband, where is he? I sit and wait for thee, with my womb lying empty. Like my heart, come back to me. My husband, I wait for thee. I wait for our family.
yo, dear Sarah, I have never been in a hotter place in my whole life. The whole place, as far as I can tell, is a desert. I know there is ocean to the west, but I can tell. Everyone talks about is rain, wondering if it will rain, when it will rain, how much it will rain. Those passes for sports in these parts. There are trees, of course, and those with the best shade are hotly contested for. There is one tree, the best without a doubt. The shade is inexplicably 5 full degrees cooler than the shade of any other tree. I have named this tree Sarah. Era.
Keep going.
But that's the end of the letter.
You're doing so well. Just stay with it. Explore. Go back to the end of the letter and give us some more.
I've named this tree Sarah because that is your name, and I like you. I love you like I love trees.
No, we don't need more. We need deeper. We need to see more of this world. We need
to set the scene. It's like, where is he? He's writing this letter, but where is he? What else is happening? Who is he with? What are we doing while he is writing the letter?
You're right.
I know. So we're soldiers. We've spent all day doing colonial soldiery stuff, and we've come back home to our bivouac and
Or what?
our rustic military tent camp setup thing.
Got it.
And it's been a long day, and we get back to the bivouac, and we're building a fire.
Try it.
Serious.
Do you know when he'll get here?
Who?
The general.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you said you knew.
But I don't.
Keep going.
Are you hungry?
Are you hungry?
I could eat something down to the bone. And you must be starving. Okay. Okay, so what are we doing by the fire?
Well, I'm trying to write a letter.
Yeah.
So I should just write the letter.
That's not okay. Just listen to me. What do you think of the general?
I don't know.
I think the general is a fine man. Don't you think so? That's something we soldiers would talk about here around the fire.
Sure.
Ah, the general. The reason I joined up as a boy growing up in Cologne, I knew I was meant for greater things, to see the world. This is my first assignment. Is this your first assignment?
I'm just trying to write this letter.
Yeah. Who's the letter to?
Sarah.
Good. Why are you writing it?
Why don't I just read it?
No.
Why not?
Because that's not something we soldiers would talk about. We wouldn't share a personal letter with another soldier.
But I don't mind.
Go ahead.
Dear Sarah, we awoke before dawn again this morning and walked and walked and walked until long after dark. We walk so much, even when I sleep, I dream of walking in the heat. There's so much heat here, Sarah. I saw steam rising from the shoulder of the man in front of me. It is so hot, our very sweat is wrested from our bodies. I've never experienced such heat as this. Dear Sarah, I beg you. For a picture of you in our garden. For a picture of you in a cool and living place. I will hold you to my lips and feel refreshed.
Can I ask a question?
Are we just going to sit here and listen to some white people fall in love all day?
Well, I wasn't going to put it like that, but...
Where are all the Africans?
We're just reading the letters. I'm sure we'll find something that has some more context.
I think we should see some Africans in Africa.
And I think we have to stick with what we have access to.
No way. This is some out of Africa, African queen bullshit y'all are pulling here, okay? If we are in Africa, I want to see some black people.
Right. We have to see more of the Herero.
That's all I was trying to say.
We need to see what...
We need to see... That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, these dusty old places talking about this dusty old letter in these places. I mean,
yes.
It's not going to get us anywhere. I want to see the live Africa.
Oh, preach.
The Africa that's lush. The Africa that's green.
Well, no.
With fruit dripping from trees.
Dig into it.
But
gold
the desert...
way out of the ground.
That's not what we researched at all.
And so many monkeys.
Yes.
And animals and gaboons.
Yes.
Elephants and giant snakes.
Stick with it.
And I hunt them. I hunt the lion. I hunt the tiger. I hunt the cheetah.
But
When I kill a tiger, I eat the heart of the animal while it beats. I push my hands inside the animal, breaking apart bone and sinew until I reach the heart. And I pull it towards my heart. Feeling the veins stretch and snap, wiping spurts of blood from my face. I barely have to chew. The heart is tender. I pull a thing from the animal's mouth and add it to my necklace of teeth. Another kill, another point of pride. Another day I provide for my family. My family, we feast on the best parts of the meat. And we feast and wouldn't ululate. Dance with naked breasts in front of our fire. And they are all my wives. The women are all my wives. And I take two of them to bed and I fuck them both. And I make them pregnant. Because we are all as fertile and dark as the African jungle soil.
No, y'all need to stop.
And my children. I have many children.
For real, just stop.
Keep going.
That I love.
Stop! This isn't that kind of Africa, okay? We already Wikipedia this.
Yeah, but we're just
We
having.
know it's like desert, dry, arid, hot, barren. What's he talking about? Tigers and palm trees.
Just trying to make the part my own.
Oh, come on.
You don't want us to do anything.
You can't make the part your own so much that you ignore what's actually happening.
That's not what he's saying.
Oh, really?
It's not.
Oh, God. So why don't you tell me what he's saying?
Why are you so angry all the time?
I know you did it.
What?
Okay, guys, I know I don't know everything about the Herero, but will you listen to me? We have to start somewhere.
Start by being black.
Okay, guys.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying that if look, the black people should understand, okay? Black people can understand what black people went through.
So basically, you're saying that I'm not black?
All I'm saying is we all should be thinking about being black right now.
Hey, guys.
What he means?
Is that the whole point of this whole thing is that these people aren't so different from us, right? Right? Like, for me, the whole idea for this whole presentation started when I sat down in my house and in my kitchen and I opened a magazine and I saw my grandmother's face in the middle of a page. So I read the story around her face, and the story was about people I had never heard of in a place I never cared about. An entire tribe of people nearly destroyed. People who looked like my family. And I thought about my family, my father, my grandmother, a woman who died before I was born. And I've missed her my whole entire life, and I've always wondered what she would have sounded like. She was speaking to me through this picture of the Herero woman. That was my way in. It was like I was having a conversation with my grandmother.
Ooh, chow.
What are you?
Come on, guys. Let's improv it.
Oh, hell no.
Awesome.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we should try it, guys.
Why not?
Because she wouldn't be in charge.
No.
It's not supposed to be about leading or following.
We're all in this together.
Trying to tell you that.
What you think this is? We in it now. Can't just tell her talk no more.
Come on, just talk to her. We'll support you.
Talk to me, girl.
We aren't doing this.
No, we can do this. But my grandma, okay? I can't just.
Ooh, chow! Talk to me, girl.
Oh, we are exploring, but that is just too tired Perry for me.
Ooh, child. You can't play your own grandma, girl.
You're right, but my grandma.
Don't my grandma me. You better let me talk when I'm talking, girl. There's talking and there's listening. And when I'm around, you better just introduce yourself as listening. Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Okay, fine.
Mm-hmm.
So, my grandma was full of folksy expressions, according to my dad. My dad would say,
My mother had more folk in her than Woodstock.
That's not how black people talk.
That's how my dad talked.
Oh, well, black people don't make jokes about Woodstock.
My dad talked about my grandma's cornbread.
Now somebody better get me something to cook with. Grandma needs a prop.
Okay, guys.
You touch that cornbread again, you be pulling back a stump, you hear me?
Yeah.
Don't hear me.
Ow! Mama!
Interesting, because you couldn't sass my grandma.
Don't sass me, boy.
Yes, Mama.
Tell me you didn't eat that cornbread. Tell me you didn't hear me say, don't you eat that cornbread. Tell me you didn't come in here after I told you not to and eat that cornbread.
Oh,
Tell me that corner piece isn't missing.
okay.
Tell me you didn't eat that corner piece of cornbread. I don't need you to tell me you ate that corner piece of cornbread. I can tell the corner is missing, so tell me that you ate it. Tell me. Tell me, boy.
He ate the cornbread.
I know he ate the cornbread.
No, my dad doesn't eat cornbread.
Not anymore, you don't.
Because of my grandmother, who I never met.
I'm standing right here, girl.
Do you see what I'm saying, people? The woman in that article looked just like my grandmother, and that doesn't happen to me. I don't belong to a tribe. I don't know where my ancestors are from. I don't have a homeland where people look like me. I'm just American, African American, and people tell me I look like other women all the time, but I never actually look like the woman they say I look like. Not really, because to some people, all Black women look the same. But the woman in this article, she looked like my grandmother. Suddenly, I felt like I had a lineage. I felt like I could point to a specific place, a specific country, a specific homeland, and I could say, there. My family is from there. And I found out because my grandmother came to me, told me about a genocide where 8 out of every 10 people in this tribe, my tribe, have been murdered.
It's terrible what those people do to each other.
My grandma wouldn't have said that.
You ain't never met me, girl.
She didn't say that.
You don't even know who I am.
I know it wasn't really my grandmother in that picture, but that woman could have been my grandma.
Have you gone crazy? You can't be anybody if you already are somebody.
But if things had been different,
Then you would be different.
I know, but just
what?
Just taking a walk in someone else's shoes.
Ain't no putting on nobody else's shoes and walking around.
All right, that's enough.
Saying this is this and that is that.
That's enough.
You better shut your mouth when I'm talking, girl. You can't take no walking in somebody else's shoes and know anything. You ain't bought those shoes. You ain't laced those shoes up. You ain't put those shoes on day after day. Now, you can borrow somebody else's shoes and you can walk as long as you want. They ain't your shoes. You can go ahead and steal somebody's shoes and walk in them. Guess what? They ain't your shoes.
Dear Sarah, my shoes have finally worn completely through from all of our walking along the rails. Sturdy old things, they lasted far longer than they should have, I'm sure. Dear Sarah, we have come across some problems building this railway into the interior. For one thing, it has been extremely dry. Tens, if not dozens, of natives drop off each and every day. I fear for their morale and, in turn, our safety. Dear Sarah, the railway has been a great success. Satisfaction in setting sturdy steel and straight lines toward the horizon, civilizing this wild landscape. It is a testament to German... Dear Sarah, I've been meaning to thank you for your letters. I would like to put each note back in its envelope, stack them in a stack on my tongue, and swallow the whole bunch whole. Thanks. Dear Sarah, the weather has been more temperate of late, but it has been dry here, Sarah. For all of our sakes, I hope that it will soon rain.
Dear Sarah, let me tell you some boring shit. Oh, dear Sarah, you thought that last shit was boring. Well, you won't even believe how boring this new shit's gonna be. Dear Sarah, I'm killing black people every single day, but I'm not gonna tell you about that. Not when I can talk about some more boring shit about your garden or your tree to your boring skinny ass.
That's not fair.
We said we would get some Africa in here.
No.
No,
And we're just reading these stupid letters. We're never going to find out anything about the Africans in these letters. Sarah doesn't care about black people.
all right, Kanye.
Oh, you think you're cute, don't you?
Hold it. You're right. You are. We need to see more of the Herero. You know what? The letters aren't enough.
But they're so important.
I'm not saying they aren't important, but they aren't enough.
But I think
So what do you want us to do?
I want us.
We can't just improvise the whole thing.
Why not? Because he's afraid of improv?
I'm not afraid of improv.
You're kind of afraid of improv.
We shouldn't be pretending. We shouldn't be making things up. We shouldn't be doing anything other than what's real.
What's real is they don't even talk about the Africans in the letters.
But these letters are the only thing we actually know.
They don't.
They're the only first-person stories we have.
That is actually not the truth.
The letters don't have any evidence of anything actually happening to the Africans. They don't mention one prison camp, one hanging, one incident of throwing.
We don't even know what happened to them. We can't tell.
You're saying we just made up the
How do we
genocide?
know?
I'm not saying the genocide was made up. I'm just saying we don't have the same physical evidence.
Those people went.
I'm not saying it didn't happen.
Because we know that it happened.
We've done research.
But we haven't found anything out
We
about
did all kinds of searches that said that.
On the internet.
Yes, and
But these letters are the only physical
he's just
evidence.
saying it's not like the Holocaust.
what?
It
Uh,
is exactly like
I
that.
don't mean that. I mean it like, shut up. It's just that we don't know exactly what happened during that because of all the evidence.
So you're saying that just because
Right,
we don't have that.
No, I'm saying we don't have the same kind of evidence for this. That's all. That's all I'm saying. We just have the letters, you know?
Exactly.
But we know what
With the
happened.
Holocaust, we have documents, we have testimonials, we have pictures,
There are pictures of the Herero.
but not the same.
I showed you all the picture of that woman,
I know.
that old woman who had been forced out into the desert and barely made it. She was starved half to death, and she looked exactly like those pictures.
But we don't know who she is. We have no idea who she is.
We don't even know her name.
6 million people, and we know all of their names, every single one. And
Don't know the Herero names,
exactly.
but that doesn't mean that they weren't murdered.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's not like you can.
Not like you can compare.
It's not like, oh, a tree falls in a forest. Does it make a sound? The tree fell. Of course, it makes a sound. It hasn't made a sound if it's not going to make a sound because it already fell.
What you're saying, but I don't think that the analogy works here.
Okay, we know enough.
Enough to what, though?
know that it happened.
We are telling the story. This letter says.
The letters say, but we don't need to follow exactly what the letters say.
So then what are we gonna do?
I want you to make up a letter.
I don't feel comfortable doing that.
I don't want you to feel comfortable. I want you to do it.
But it's history. There's facts. There's truth. And I have no idea what it's really like to be someone like him. And I'm trying to figure out who does something like, how someone can...
Just be yourself in his situation.
But I'm nothing like him.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
Just talk to me.
All we're talking about is writing a letter home.
I'll support you. Great.
This is just going to be more white letters.
No, because I want you to own the letter he's writing.
What does that mean?
I just want to start with this.
Start what?
Just to use his words to...
I have my own words.
I need you to trust me, okay? Please.
Okay.
He needs a wife.
We're just developing.
He does.
Right, if we're doing the whole love thing,
Fine.
but
We're creating the Herero story, and for now, I'll be the Herero woman, the black woman, whatever. Let's just stop talking about it. Just try it, okay?
What?
The letter is just a starting point, okay, people? We all know that this ends in a genocide, so let's get there. White man, start us off.
Dear Sarah, I am hungry enough to eat something down to the bone. As I write this, I can hear you laugh.
You are always hungry.
And I know it to be true. The smell of meat over fire reminds me.
Reminds me of the time we ate off sticks around the fire. When we ate our sausages off sticks and hoped that they had cooked all the way through.
Reminds me of you.
Until it began to rain.
It's raining here. That reminds me.
Until it began to rain, we had to duck under that one tree in the field. In our field. And you told me we'd be struck by lightning. I wanted to run away from that tree as fast as I could, but I wanted to stay as dry as I could and as warm as I could, and I ended up doing neither.
The rain reminds me of you too.
Dear Sarah.
Dear Sarah.
Dear Sarah.
Do you remember when it rained? We huddled under the tree.
You're shivering.
Trying to keep warm.
I could keep you warmer.
You look so good wet. I told you if we stayed under the tree, you'd get electrocuted.
You better come back under here.
It might have been true.
Water.
Look at you.
How do I look?
We ran out into the rain, and back under the tree.
Give me your hands.
Are you afraid of the rain?
And out into the rain, and back under the tree.
I'm not afraid of anything.
You were soaked.
Soaked down to the bone. My
Your
fingernails.
fingernails are blue.
The tips were clear like I had been in a bath.
And I held your hands, and I made them warm again.
Come here and let me warm you up. Look at you. Soaked right down to the hair on your arms.
I don't have hairy arms.
Oh, that's a shame, since I liked it so much.
Really?
Oh, Sarah, the hair on your arms?
What about it?
I could write letters and letters about your arms. Dear Sarah, do you remember the water? When we could go west to the ocean? And the rain, do you remember swimming in the water while it rained? Before the lightning struck. We got out just before the lightning struck. The sky and water were gray. Your hair smells dirty when it's wet, and I told you so, and you cried, and the lightning struck the water, and the wet hair on your arms stood up. And someday we will say, do you remember that tree? When it rained, when we leaned in close to the trunk, and there was lightning and thunder, and Sarah under that tree. The hair on your arm slicked down. Dear Sarah, I think you should be my wife. I think we should have children. What do you think about that?
All you have to do is ask.
Will you be my wife?
Yes.
Will you have my children?
Yes.
You are my family. What are you doing?
We're moving on.
Okay, what are we doing?
We need to do more Herero stuff.
Like a village?
Yes.
So we're just gonna set one up?
Yes.
You have a better idea?
I have like 7 better ideas.
Let's just try this, okay?
Yeah, let's just set up a village.
Yes.
I'm an actor, not a stagehand.
Oh my
Why are
god.
you even here?
Me?
You clearly don't want to tell this story.
Well, I've been trying to make this poignant and professional from the very beginning.
Guys.
You're the one that keeps on stopping everything.
Because you all keep trying to pull some stupid shit.
Well, if you think it's some stupid shit, why don't you just leave?
No.
Oh, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Guys.
Yes, actually, I think we all would.
No.
And leave you all to put this thing together.
I think we would be just fine without you.
No way. What this thing needs is somebody that is actually thinking about the black experience.
Oh, please.
We're all thinking about
You
that.
need me here.
Guys, I'm not saying this again. No one is leaving, okay? We all said we wanted to do this. All I want to do is tell this story.
Oh, so do I.
So do I.
So let's just do it. What are we doing? Making the village. Okay. We have huts over here and like the sacred fire. That's
Right here?
perfect. And there's cows. And the men watching the cows. You guys watch cows? Okay. Please. And you guys watch them watch the cows and whatever. We're here. We're like the wives. We could be making a fire.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
Making a cooking fire.
How can you stand there and let her do that?
Not.
Just let her make the stupid fire.
You aren't a Herero wife, okay?
She can be whatever she wants.
We're finding the Herero in us.
No, we're finding a Herero in us.
All trying to find the Herero.
Y'all's finding Germans in you.
Well, I don't want to only be German.
Too bad.
Well, I want to have another part.
No, you can't be an African.
I think I can.
No, you can't. It doesn't make any sense. And that wouldn't make any sense either.
Couldn't play a German.
Oh, I could play a German.
Guys.
If we're doing some stupid shit like that, I could play a better German than you because I've been
Oh,
to
you think
Germany.
so, do you?
What? I can't go to Germany?
That's not what.
I've been to Germany.
Okay.
I love Germany. I love German people. And you know what? I was very successful in Germany. You know what I'm saying? That's not even bragging. That's just the truth.
Well, have you ever been to Africa?
Have you ever been to Africa?
Well, I'm not trying to play an African.
No, you're not, because you can't.
You know what?
Oh, what?
Guys.
No, I have had just about enough of your fucking attitude.
Of my attitude?
No, first you're yelling at him for not getting it right, not being an African, right?
I'm not yelling at anybody.
Nobody's.
You're yelling at her, you're yelling at me, but you don't know any more than any of us.
They're just.
None of us have ever been to Africa.
Yeah, and I don't need to go to Africa to know what it's like to be black.
You're not supposed to be black.
There's
You're
no
supposed to be
difference
African.
between being black and being African.
Of course
Africa is
That
black.
is ridiculous.
You better get out of my face.
You don't know what the difference is between being a black and being an African?
I said get out of my face.
Guys, break it up.
Maybe we should take a break.
No. No more breaks. No more letters. No more bullshit. I've had enough. You boys need to check your ego and put it into the work. Okay?
That's fine with me.
Said enough. Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we
Um,
going
I don't know.
Come on.
Okay, so we might have to go back a little
What?
to 1892.
Are you serious?
We haven't built the railroad. We haven't changed the laws. We haven't executed anybody.
Okay, I get it. We need to get it together, people. Let's go. 1892.
It's the Germans training the Herero part and giving the cows.
So let's start training right now. Let's go, people.
We should be like marching.
Yes. Hup, 2, 3, 4. I'm serious. Hup, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. 2, 3, 4. Move it. 2, 3, 4. Hup, 2, 3, 4.
Up, 2, 3, 4.
Dear Sarah,
Straighten the line.
I'm learning so much here. You'll be proud of our work.
Stand up straight.
The general has picked out a tribe to be in charge of the others. I'm helping to train the leading tribe.
Straight back.
It is easier for them, as it is easier for us, to be led by one who resembles a better version of our own self. It is easier for us as well, to simplify communications, logistics, organization, etc.
Straight arms.
In a group of natives, a soldier can walk up to the tallest one,
Stand up straight.
the straightest teeth,
Straighten the arms.
and the fairest skin, and without a doubt address him as leader.
Yes.
Fair, of course, is a relative term.
Excellent.
The general is a wise man.
Yes.
He has worked with natives many, many times, and treats them as family.
Good.
In this assignment, I am learning how a father must be for his children.
Keep the pace.
Dear Sarah, I am thinking of you.
Keep up the pace.
I am thinking of our future family.
Dear Sarah, I have been craving fire, but I don't want a fire that is just a fire. I want my fire. No, I want the fire that holds my ancestors. I want the fire that I believe in. I want the fire that makes me believe I know who my ancestors are, know that they are safe. I want my belief that is so strong, I would search the desert for trees to burn to keep the fire of my ancestors and make sure it will never go out. I have spent my whole life coming back to that fire. And now,
Railroad building.
for months, I have not built a fire. For months, I have been building what the Germans call a railroad. 2 straight lines of metal. The Germans love these straight lines. Lines of metal, lines of wire, lines of men. Lines and lines and lines. And it seems as though they've always been here.
Keep up the pace.
It feels like we've been doing this forever.
Keep up the pace.
I'm not talking to you.
Keep up the pace.
Or what?
Yeah. Just coming.
We're due for a break.
Minute.
You will have a break at the designated time. Get back in the line.
He's just thirsty.
Why are we doing this?
For once, can't you just shut up and stay in line?
What?
Stay in line.
Now I'll get back in line.
Trying to make something. Not everyone is going to be happy during every minute of it. But even though we're not comfortable or happy, or we do stuff because we don't want to do because it adds to the greater.
I said I'll get back in line.
That's the thing. You can't just get back in line.
See you hear those assembled. Your grievances have been heard. The general has issued a reply. The letter says.
Residents of Südwestafrika.
The letter says.
Your permission to reside was at the pleasure of the German government.
The letter says.
Your residence no longer pleases the German government.
The letter says.
Your presence will no longer be tolerated.
The letter says.
You have no one to blame but yourselves.
The letter says.
We must set an example, as a father does for his children.
The letter says.
If you are found within our border with guns, you will be shot.
The letter says.
If you are found within our border without guns, you will be shot.
The letter says.
If you are found within our border with cattle, you will be shot.
The letter says.
If you are found within our border without cattle, you will be shot.
The letter says.
We encourage you to move quickly and continuously for your safety.
You can't come this way. Hey, are you deaf? I said you can't come through this way. Are you just gonna stand there? Hey! I said, are you just gonna stand there? Do you plan on answering me?
I don't want any trouble.
I didn't say you did. You better listen to me. I'm saying this as an order. An order came down that says you can't come this way.
My home is that way.
Well, it says your home can't be this way.
But my home is that way.
If your home stays this way, I'll have to shoot you.
I didn't know you had that.
Well, I do. So.
I have a wife. Do you have a wife?
Yeah.
I love my wife. I don't want any trouble.
I didn't say you did.
My home is that way.
Your home is that way now.
There is nothing that way.
That's not true. Your life is that way.
My wife.
Might just be over there.
You know she's not.
You don't know that, neither do I. She could be.
No, she's not.
Shoot you.
Please, I don't want no trouble.
You keep saying that,
Okay.
but your home is that way.
All right. I understand. Just let me go, and I'll come right back here, and we...
No.
I'll say I'll come right back.
You won't.
You have my word.
You won't come back.
I will.
You won't. Because if you try to come in this direction, I will shoot you.
Why can't you just let me go? No one will know.
That might be true.
If I go off that way, I will die.
You might not.
What if I run?
I'm a good shot.
I'm a fast runner.
I'm a great shot.
I'm a fast runner. I could...
Make me shoot you.
I'm not making you.
Do not even take a step over here.
Don't shoot me for a step.
I'll shoot you for breaking the law.
I ain't breaking no law.
Why can't you just respect that I'm telling you the way it is?
I'm just trying to go home.
I'm trying to help you.
Oh, you ain't helping no one but yourself. If you was helping me,
you don't even know what's good for you.
halfway home by
Don't
now.
take one step.
I'm going home.
Not.
You can't stop
Take
me
one
from
step.
going home.
Don't.
You can't
Not one
stop
step.
me from
Don't. Dear Sarah. Dear Sarah. I'm writing to you today. Today is a day. Just a day, like any day. Dear Sarah, I'm writing to you today. Today I'm wondering, like I've been wondering, when it's gonna rain. Dear Sarah, people here could use some rain. Can I have a minute?
Fine, take a minute.
I can't do this.
You just did.
I can't. I'm not that person.
Neither am I.
Can we help Black Man Up, people? You guys just did some amazing work. You're great. But we can't keep stopping like this. We need to stay in it and move, or we're never going to figure out this whole genocide
No,
thing.
I can't do this.
Yes, you can.
I'm not the kind of person who could have done that.
I'm the one that got shot.
I wouldn't have done that if
We all know that. It's just White man.
Can you stop calling me white man?
No.
I have a name.
No.
And if it was me in that situation, I would have let him go. I would have. I wanted to.
So why didn't you?
Because that wasn't what happened.
That's right.
That wasn't what he could have done. And who is that? Who is that person?
That's what we're talking about.
I jump in here because it's like I know about this.
Who is that person?
I know about the feelings this character is feeling because it's like, okay, so I'm from Pennsylvania.
We don't have time for this.
Hear me out. I'm from Pennsylvania, and so is my father, and his father, and his father. And my great-grandfather fought for the Union Army in the Civil War. And my great-grandfather was in a company from Pennsylvania that was made up entirely of coal miners. Now, I'm not a coal miner. I've never been anywhere near what you would call a coal mine. But my great-grandfather was to the core. Oh, anyway. Okay, seriously. Listen, okay. So during this one battle, the Unions and Confederates were in a total deadlock for like days and days. And no one was gaining any ground. So finally, the Pennsylvania miners were like, hello, we're miners. So they mined underneath the Confederate front line and packed their mine with gunpowder. And just when it seemed right, they blew everything up.
How does this have anything to
I'm getting there. So the idea had been to blow up the Confederate troops, but as they were mining, they somehow got lost and turned around and instead ended up imploding their own Union front lines. Half of the divisions that made up the Union front fell into the ground, into this crater, and the Confederate troops charged and broke the Union line because the line wasn't there anymore. And through the smoke and the confusion and the explosion and the mud and the molten fire, the Confederate troops got close enough to see for the first time the individual men that they had been deadlocked with for days. An entire division of black men trained by the Union Army in uniform. And to the Confederate soldiers, this was like the most insulting. And my great-grandfather saw his fellow soldiers not just being shot, but he saw them being ripped apart in fury. And my great-grandfather got pinned in a ditch with a black African-American soldier. And as the Confederates drew closer and closer, and my great-grandfather saw the rage in their faces and the confusion. So my great-grandfather looked the Union soldier in the eye, and he said, sorry. And he shot him. But he saw that the Union soldier was still alive. So he shot him again. And again. And my great-grandfather shot him in fear, like out of fear for his own life. And he shot him so that they would see him shooting him. And he shot him so that they would capture him and keep him alive. He shot him to save his own life. And it worked. My grandfather was captured and kept alive until the end of the war. And my great-grandfather headed back to the mine to mine and raise my grandfather, to mine and raise my father, to mine and raise me.
Oh, you finished?
Excuse me?
Yeah, that story doesn't have anything to do with Africa.
It's the same thing.
It's not the same at all.
It's the same dynamic.
This isn't what we should be focusing on.
It's a white man and a black man in America, not.
It's about you instead of us.
There is
Again.
between here and.
That's your story. That's not my story.
I told this deeply personal story because
All we are doing is hearing the white version of the story over and over.
white version.
Saying that you could tell this story because your grandfather.
Oh, he's never done anything to you.
Going to get this done.
You've been listening to me.
I am. I'm listening.
I told this story because we're all trying to understand how somebody could do something so terrible
Yes,
And I'm
I
saying
don't
that
want to hear another story about
You
how
guys aren't
horrible
listening to each
what-
other.
That is not what I'm saying.
No, I don't want to hear anything more from any of you.
Keep putting words in his
All we
mouth.
do is listen to your version of things over and over
sorry,
and
but you don't get to
over
tell me what
again,
to say.
and I especially don't want to hear you tell some story you just made up.
I didn't make
That
it up.
you can make
Are you
this
even
all
listening
about
to
you
yourself?
and tell us your version of everything when it isn't everything about you.
we know that it did.
That really happened. I didn't make it up. It's true.
Okay, it doesn't matter if it's true or not.
It's not just some story.
none of this is. All of this really happened.
In Africa.
You don't understand.
I'm done with this.
That happened to my family.
I'm done with you.
Actually happened in my family.
And everything we're talking about happened to real people, a whole people, not just one family, thousands of them.
Right. We're talking about something really big here.
An entire tribe of people.
I know. I was just trying to make it more.
He knows we were talking about a genocide.
Tortured, experimented on, enslaved.
Yes, a German genocide, a rehearsal Holocaust.
It wasn't a rehearsal.
I know.
It was real people in a real place. It's not a rehearsal if you're actually doing it.
I know that. That's not what I.
And you know what? Not all of the Herero died. Some of them survived.
I didn't mean
Some
rehearsal.
of them survived their expulsion into the desert. And there are still Herero in the world.
And don't you think it's offensive to them to have us make up their story for them?
No, I don't think so.
We were just trying to.
Well, we don't have to make it up. We can use our own stories to
It wouldn't
supplement.
be offensive if we're all just
We
trying.
didn't find anything about them. Their stories are gone.
Right? We can use our stories, but we
But we're
have
all just trying really hard to understand this.
German man has a story just like mine.
well, okay, we have to be careful.
Right.
Okay, because it's just, we could say that there is a Herero person somewhere that has a story just like yours,
And we're trying to discover that.
where he knows exactly where he's from and where his father is from and where his grandfather is from.
That is what I'm saying.
But the difference is the Herero man isn't allowed to go back to his home.
Right.
See, you can go back to Pennsylvania whenever you want. But the Herero man was never able to go back home. I mean, that man knew all of the names of all of the people who were killed. All of them. And not only that, he knew all the names of his ancestors. And because he believed they were contained in a sacred fire.
Yes, we know this.
But that fire went out when his grandfather was forced out of his home. And when that fire went out, his ancestors died. He believed that his ancestors, all of them, were murdered because that fire went out. Can you imagine that? I mean, his entire lineage, all of that history that was remembered and remembered and remembered until it was forgotten and until it was killed. And I'm not African. I can't be. But I know what it's like to lose your heritage, to lose the names of your ancestors.
That is why we need to figure out what it was like for them. This is exactly what I've been trying to do since the very beginning.
Okay, but I'm saying that just because us as Americans, it's not always the
We try to understand each other's
No.
different.
We keep stopping and we keep talking and we just need to do it. So I'm going to push you to do what everyone is going to keep going. And no one is stopping. No one is done. Nothing is over because we're going to stay in it until I say stop. Okay? We're going to stay in it until I say stop. So let's go. Let's go. 1905. The wall has been erected, 150 miles wide. On one side, there is home. On the other side, there is desert. Black man, you've been in the desert for days without anything to drink. Go.
There must be water somewhere.
The Germans have poisoned the watering holes.
Yes. The guards made to stand the line were ordered to shoot on sight.
So get down.
Oh, I didn't realize. Okay. I'm thirsty. Maybe it will rain soon?
In the middle of the desert.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Ooh. Did you feel that?
What?
I think I just felt a drop of rain.
You didn't feel anything.
You know what? I think I just felt another drop.
Stop it.
Going.
Felt it? A drop of rain.
Okay.
Did you feel it? I felt it, so you must have felt it.
You're hallucinating.
Okay. No, you can feel it. Cool, clear water pouring down from the sky.
I think I heard thunder.
A roar of thunder.
I can't even hear you over the storm. Dear Sarah, I have been waiting for you to arrive.
I will arrive and it will rain. We will collect the rain in our clothes.
And skin and hair.
We will walk across the desert.
And when we get thirsty,
We will hold our clothes and skin and hair to our mouths and be refreshed.
dear Sarah. She's so right.
You can see them.
Yes.
You can see them and you know it's not raining.
Yes.
You can see them. And what did the general say? You know what the general said.
The general said,
Within the German borders,
Every Herero
whether armed or unarmed,
with or without cattle,
will be shot.
Where are we?
Südwestafrika.
This is Germany. The general has made this Germany, and they are rebels. They have started a rebellion that has raged on for years. They have forced you to be here for years. You have been standing on this wall for years. They have threatened your lives. Now you have orders. You have new orders. What are your orders?
we are to round them up.
we are to chain them up.
We are to lead them up to the camp.
We are to imprison them there.
We are to keep our country safe for our countrymen.
We are to control them to keep the safety.
Round them up. Chain them up. Lead them up. Lock them up.
Take me to my home.
Lock them up.
Take me to that place that I am from. Take me to my home.
Round them up.
Home that ain't my home.
My home.
Where do I belong?
Mom,
Took me from my home. Place where I belong. Place that's now your home. Where I don't
I don't
belong.
belong.
I don't belong here.
Can't just stop.
But I ain't supposed to be here.
Got that one?
Yeah. You better not give me no trouble.
Now where do you think you're going to?
I ain't supposed to be here.
I ain't supposed to be here either.
You better let me go.
That ain't how this works, boy. You better come back here.
Move and I'll shoot you, you hear me? I'll shoot you. You better believe I won't blink an eye.
You better take your hand off me.
You shut the fuck up. Sit down.
Sit down. Sit your ass down and I'll tell you what to do.
You gonna hit me? Or you gonna sit? Now answer me this. You know what you done?
What are you asking him for? I know what he's done. He trespassed. He stole from the government. He assaulted me.
You know what that means? That means you broke the law.
I ain't broke no law.
You don't talk back to me, boy.
I said I ain't broke.
Don't you lie, boy. You lie again. I'll cut your tongue out, you son of a bitch. You broke the law. Say it. Tell the man you broke the law. Tell the man you tried to put your hands on me. Tell the man before I tell him. Tell the man you tried to kill me. Tell the man you were going to kill me. I don't need you to tell him you were going to kill me. I can tell you wanted to kill me, so tell the man. Tell him. Tell him.
You better run, nigger. I said run. Run, nigger.
Running. Running. Run. Running. Running. Run.
What do you want to do with him?
I gotta think.
We got to do our order.
Let's say it. You know what this means? Do you know what this means? Well, I'll show you what this means. You understand what this is now? You understand what this is now? Oh, I understand. You was gonna kill me. But you better be careful, white man. Because the Lord knows that I'm gonna haunt you. I's gonna be a ghost prince of Africa. I's gonna scream like my brother, Jungle Apes. Ooga booga.
Ooh, I'm terrified.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga.
Ooga booga boo.
Ooga booga. Ooga booga. Ooga booga.
I black man.
Ooga.
I black man.
Ooga booga.
Remember,
Ooga.
Africa.
Ooga booga.
I am a black
Ooga
man.
booga.
I am man.
I have been a black man always. I remember what it was to be a black man alone. I am a black man. I have been a black man always. Black always.
Running.
Running. Running. Running. Running. Running.
Running.
Running. Running. Running. Running. Running. Run.
When they first came, they called me Prince, called me leader of all people, called me straightest, straight back, straight teeth.
Straight.
Straight was the best to them. Straight lines, straight seams, straight days ahead, straight heads of hair.
I have been black all my life.
Running.
I have been black all my life.
Running.
I have been black all my life.
Run.
I have been black all my life.
Running.
I heard a joke once. How come all the damn niggers that we see can run so damn fast? Because all the slow niggers are locked up in jail.
I have been black all my life. I have been black all my life.
I heard a joke.
Once. How do you stop a nigger from going out? Pour more gas on him.
I have been black all my life. I have been black all my life.
I heard a joke once. Throw a nigger and a kike off of the roof. Which one's going to land first? Nigger lands first because shit falls faster than ashes.
I have been black all my life.
Running.
I have been black all my life.
Running.
I heard a joke once.
Running. Running.
Running. Running.
Running.
Running. Running. Run. Running. Running. Run. Running. Running. Run. Help me! No, seriously, help me! Help me! Get this fucking thing off me! Get this fucking thing off me! Get this fucking thing off me! Get this thing off me! Get this thing off me!
You're okay.